In Isaac Watts' hymn, "When I Survey the Wondrous Cross," one we sang in this sanctuary just this last Sunday, our attention is drawn to the cross as we consider, did e'er such love and sorrow meet? Love takes on a kind of deep heaviness tonight. Up to this point, as we've walked with Jesus throughout the year, love has been evident at each step of the way. Love was known from the beginning in proximity, in nearness, God's nearness. Emmanuel, we proclaimed, God is with us. This is the good news of Christmastide. And as the baby grew up and gathered a following and a public ministry, love was played out at tables where sinners and tax collectors kept finding a seat at the table. Love was seen in mercy that was offered to outsiders, the poor, the ones called unclean, all who had been pushed to the margins. Love was the healing of bodies, and it was the calming of storms. It was even the hard questions to the ones who were just a little bit too comfortable and needed to be shaken from their apathy. Love was the call to disciples to share life with Jesus, to find meaning and purpose, a calling and hope. Tonight, indeed, love is still all of that and so much more. But tonight, we rehearse the story where love is mixed with sorrow. And in this concoction, it takes on a new depth. In the passages that we have heard, and a few more that are still to come tonight, love is known most clearly. We find it in the garden when Jesus prayed. Surely his prayer could have been, "Take this cup from me," and that be the end of it. He could have had his escape, his heavenly rescue. But instead, he continued the prayer. He asked for strength. And not strength to avoid the moment or the pain of it, but instead Jesus asked for strength so that he could enter more deeply into the pain of human suffering. Love at the time of betrayal didn't include a call to arms. It didn't entail a harsh word to Judas, only the question, is it a kiss with which you betray the Son of Man? When Peter betrayed Jesus, love was patience. It was the space that was left open for reconciliation and a new relationship that would only emerge on the other side of the empty tomb. When Jesus was beaten, humiliated, love remained strong enough to remain true and not to devolve into hate's ways. In the mockery he experienced before the Sanhedrin and before Pilate and before Herod, love was the resolve that led Jesus to simply tell the truth and to just leave it there. After he was sentenced, and when he was being led to his death, carrying his own cross, and as the women who loved him wept and cried, he didn't think about himself in those moments, but he was thinking about them and their grief and their sorrow. When he prayed, "Father, forgive them, they don't know what they are doing," love was the commitment to restoration, to forgiveness, and an open door to redemption. And here, the depth of love is coming into much clearer focus. And when the thief asked him, "Remember me when you enter into your kingdom," love was his response. "You will be with me in paradise." Love, as it was from the beginning, is true tonight. It's God's nearness to us for our good. And when he breathed his last breath, There could be no true finality to this story, for this was the most profound act of love. And as we know from the Apostle Paul, love never ends. Theologians have argued throughout the ages over the meaning of this night. What is Good Friday all about? What does it enact or make happen? We call their ideas atonement theories, and they are that indeed. They're theories. Whatever we make of this night, whatever we think happens in this horrific story of injustice, at the heart of it all is the truth that still gathers us here, that God is love, and the God of love is with us. And tonight, that love takes on an even greater depth, a greater depth than we will ever be able to fully grasp or imagine. Amen.